Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? We're back. Back with some honey tonight. I'm just going to fill up my pipe before we start, guys, because unfortunately I failed to prepare. And without nicotine, I'm no good to anyone. Asinris, Morn, Pryor, McX, Neuro, Sordid, Max, Glitch Turtle. How's it going, guys? Pseudo. Hey. We're back. Now, I'll just explain whilst I'm just filling my pipe up. I have played the game for about 12 cycles. I think at the end of last stream we finished at 12:35. What are we on now? 12:49. About 14 cycles, something like that. In that time, I just basically did a little bit of tidying up here and there in the base. And also launched a couple more rockets. Wagwan all. Jeez. Yeah, I launched a couple more rockets. Now, the reason being, if you remember last stream, or for those of you that missed it last stream, we did do a biological rocket to go and get us some gassy moos, which was great. Then halfway through the launch, we had a black hole. So we thought that all was lost, and our rocket wasn't going to come home, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the rocket did come home, but unfortunately, our gassy moos turned into meat. So we didn't actually get any gassy moves. So what I've started doing is building the pen for where they're going to go, and I'll just explain what I've done in a minute. I also tidied up a few bits of gas piping that was kicking around. Excuse me. Ran a gas pipe up to our space biome, and did a couple of odds and sods. I've got like a heater that I'm going to put in here and stuff like that. I also put in another transit tube, which I'll show you now. So we're basically where we left off. I've just done a couple of tweaks here and there. So up here we've got the layout of the Gassimu ranch, if you like, and that's going to go in here. I've put another tube access in here. We've got a stable in here. We just need to basically crack on building a bit more of this room now, and then it should be about good to go. Down here we're going to have where our chlorine gets liquefied. Black hole steak, yes. So yeah, so we've I've done a couple of rockets, normal rockets, and I think we've got a biological rocket that is inbound now. Now I'm hoping this hasn't fucked up because of the save and load. I basically wanted to get a biological rocket landing near to the start of the stream so that we can hopefully get some gassy moves in. So what I'm just going to do, a lot of this is priority 8. I want to get all this done now, and I also want to get a food thing in here, because the problem with these gassy boys is I don't quite know how you're meant to get them from the rocket to your room. I genuinely don't know. I know that you can build lures for them, but I don't quite know what you're meant to put in the lure. I mean, I'm tempted to just bang one down and see. Yeah, it's a bit of an unknown, so we're going to have a little tinker. Maliko, how are you, bud? We've literally just started, mate. So yeah, that is the plan for today. We're going to get our gassy moves sorted. I want to do a few more bits around the base. I have done a few commands over here. This is all for my jetpack boys, so they can come over here and build me some more solar panels as well. I've got quite a bit of glass from the rocket trips that we've been doing. We stopped making glass a while ago, but I think we've actually got like a ton of glass left, which is possibly one more. I don't know if we can get another one in here, to be honest. I think we're probably sorted for our solar panels. So yeah, we'll get all that stuff built as well. They can float afar. This is kind of what I'm worried about. I don't know how we're meant to get them into our room. Because obviously the tinkering that I'd done in debug, I can just alt-Q them into the room, and I didn't think about how we were going to move them. I know that we can do conveyor rails, but I doubt you can move critters down conveyor rails. Don't really know. Beamron, how's it going, buddy? How are you? So yeah, that's the plan of what I want to do today. Currently my inmates are just running around doing whatever they please. They've been making food, and I don't really mind them running around the colony, to be honest. They can't go through my exosuits, so they're sort of limited in where they can go, and they're just doing a lot of tidying up and crap, really. Other than that, everything else seems to be ticking on all right. I did also do this tube. I've done this tube the same as I did the one over here. So I've sort of tried to copy it, although I've not done the access over here yet. It actually gave us a bit of steel back as well. I didn't realise that we had quite a bit of steel trapped. So we're up to 1.8 tons of steel, and we've moved the tubes. And I've copied the same layout from over here, so we can hopefully get some more rockets set up at some point as well. Moves on conveyors would look ridiculous. Yeah, well, when they arrive in the rockets, did the bunker doors get fixed? No, Coin. No, still broken, mate. When they arrive in the rockets and you empty the storage, they are trussed. You know, like they're tied up, like they've been in a trap. But I don't know how you meant to move them. Oh, to Sudra. Silent mode activate. Thank you. Try to wrangle them instantly. I don't know if you can, Maliko. I mean, I'll try, but that's why I've just put this in here. So what I was thinking was, maybe, just maybe, if I select Gassy Moves in here with a 9, right? This is technically a stable, right? So if I select Gassy Moves, and we'll change it to like 8 or whatever, I don't think it really matters. We're never going to have 8 of them running at one time. Maybe as soon as the rocket lands, I can get them. I think what basically happened to our last Gassy boys is they cooked in the rocket whilst it was sat here, because this obviously makes a lot of heat when it lands. Although in fairness, we'll have to see what state our rocket comes back in. So, I say we're just trying to get this last bit of drywall done in here. The temperature is starting to transfer through the tiles, but at the moment, you know, this has been warmed up quite a lot by banging in lots of new warm materials, so it'll take a while to equalise out. And I've done a bit of the basic pipe in here, and all I'm really going to do, in this room here we've got a liquid pump, and this is where we're going to collect our liquid chlorine. This liquid pump feeds into a reservoir, which is here, and then the reservoir, so the liquid pump goes up here, feeds into the reservoir goes to a liquid shut-off, and I'm going to have that liquid shut-off on a bit of automation to basically say only be active for part of the day. And that'll basically send a bit of chlorine through, top up my planters, and then come back down into the room, because I don't want this room to get warm at all. So we can actually make this room really cold if we want. The dupes groom Gassy Moves. Yeah, they do, Pseudo, yeah. I don't know why, I don't know what the effect is, but they do. They can make them happy, so. And obviously it changes their metabolism, I suppose, so. They just watch the rail. Marco Kowalski, can you give me tips on starting out in oxygen? What do you mean, Marco? Starting out in what regard? Like as a new player, or starting out making your first oxygen build, or what do you mean, bud? Dunk, good evening, bud. As a new player. Biggest tip I can give you...
A magnanimous dispensation.
Cheapers. Beamer.
Have some soon-to-be Mr. Partnerbeard bitties.
Oh, that's very, very kind, mate. For those of you that might not be aware, we hit our average viewership last night. So I've actually applied to be a partner now. Now, fingers crossed, we get considered. But we might also get knocked back. So don't get too ahead of yourself, guys. But I'm hoping soon we'll have access to those lovely codecs. But Beamer, thank you very much, buddy. That's very kind, very kind. Yeah, Marco, as a new player. Biggest tip I can give you is just keep playing the game for starters. Get used to the fact that you're going to fail, you're going to die. There's a number of ways this game can kill you, depending on your asteroid. We're not partner yet, guys. Don't get ahead of yourselves. Jeez. But thank you, Degreef. Thank you, buddy. Yeah. Don't go too far too quickly. Expand into biomes safely. If you start finding you're getting problems with disease, you can always, quarantine your dupes and leave them in your base. But really, just don't go too fast. Don't expand too quickly. And also, a mistake a lot of new players make is taking every single dupe they can. Like, go slowly. Maybe start accepting maybe 6 or 8 dupes. Work on your oxygen production, and when you've got enough oxygen and food, take some more dupes. That might be the thing to recommend. Alright, so our rockets come home. We can't actually click on it yet. What I'm going to do, I'm assuming if I just build some ladders here. I'm assuming if I whack some ladders in, we should be able to hopefully collect these cows. I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know how you meant to do this, to be honest. She used to starve the sick people. Jeez. Right, so in here now we've got Gassy Moo, 50 kilos at 19 degrees. Now if you look at the heat, it's going to start getting warm. So we need to get these boys out of here. Now, as soon as I empty the storage, they get kicked out and they're tied up, but then they instantly break free. So... Oh, this is great. I don't quite know how I meant to... how I meant to get them. But we'll build these ladders so we've got dupe access, and then we'll see what we can do. The moves are all called Alfred by rocketry. Alright, being wrong, we can do that. We can do that. Oh, and thank you, by the way, Samat. Thank you, buddy. When is it a good time to go into a slime biome? I normally go into slime biomes pretty early. Depends on where your nearest slime biome is. If I have a slime biome at the south of my base, I'll go into that shit quickly. Because A, I want a place to store my carbon dioxide. B, if it's at the south of your base, you can set up a mushroom farm there very early. So the first few spores you get, like mushroom fungal spores, get them planted straight away. And then what happens is you get a natural carbon dioxide trap at the bottom of your base, and that's where your mushroom farm's going to be. So it keeps your mushrooms chill and nice. You would alt-queue them so fast. Well, a part of me just wants to get them trapped. I mean, I can't... The laws don't seem to work. I don't know what we're meant to put in the laws. Maybe it's because I don't have any of this gas grass yet. The thing that's confused me a little bit is I don't know how I'm meant to get gas grass before I get my first moose, because you get them at the same time. So I don't know how we're meant to do this, but I can empty this in a minute. Oh shit, they're already going to die, I think. I don't know what temperature they're happy to be at. I think these are probably going to die. This is what I don't get. So I'm going to release this one. As you can see, he's trussed up. But then he instantly breaks free. And now he's flying around. Now, the only problem is... It says capture method, laws. Yeah, these guys are going to die, I think. Let's just kick them out. Worst case scenario, we can get our gas grass up and running. And these boys are probably just going to die. We'll just watch them for a minute, see what they do. I mean, maybe if I'd made this one my biological rocket, it'd be better, because this is in a vacuum. Whereas this one does have gas nearby, so it's hot as balls. It's not so warm over here. So I might swap these two round. They're cute though, aren't they? Well, this is the thing, Malico, sorry. I can't select anything in the laws to attract them. Yeah, Furry Hachiwoon, welcome back, buddy. I can't call you Furry Hachiwoon, you're going to have to be Furry or something. There's nothing to put in the laws. And I don't know if that's because we've got none of this grass stuff. I don't know. There's no point to say... it's not about disabling them, it's the fact that I can't turn them on. In your first try, they all died of starvation. Right. They're eating liquid chlorine. Yeah, well, you have to feed the plants liquid chlorine. That's kind of what this build's going to be for. I mean, these shouldn't be changing temperature now. They should just be chill. Until I can get this up and running. So, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's make all this priority 9 now. Let's get this room built. And then I can look at getting some chlorine up here. You don't need to select anything in the law. Yeah, you do. You need to select something so they deliver the material to lure the critters. Surely. Would building a room around the pod with a critter drop-off allow wrangling? It's a good question, Mex. I don't know. But that'd mean me having to seal off all this. I don't know what you meant to do. It doesn't work if there's no law. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's nothing for me to give them, and I don't know if that's because I've got no grass yet. For now, they're just wild and happy, alright? So, until I launch my next rocket and cook them, they're just free for now. We'll try and get this built. I'll try and get some of this grass going. Although, as I say, this room needs to cool down a bit first. I may need some more Weezeworts. fact, I might do just that. Let's move this vent. Yeah. So what I'm basically going to do is feed the chlorine through in like a little loop. But what I'm probably going to do, just to give me a bit more of a boost in this room, is put some Weezeworts in this room as well. So I'm just going to move this here pipe over to here, and then slap my vent in here. Yeah, I genuinely don't know what the thing to do is, guys. So we'll have to do a bit of playing, but we'll figure it out. I mean, if I do need to get the grass first to get the lures, it's okay. I mean, these things live 70 odd cycles, so it's not like they're going to go immediately. I just need to be a little bit quick about it. Is the grass actually harvestable? Not till it's grown. I've got seeds obviously now because we've got enough seeds to do what we need to do, but until I can get them some liquid chlorine, they're not going to grow. So I need to get this little build sorted. You need to stop dancing. Now, there is going to be some carbon dioxide in here. I don't really care about that. We're just going to leave that as it is. And then what I'll do is the last move, I will replace these walls here. And what I'll probably do is knock out a few of these and get a few temp shift plates in the room as well. Now, as I say, when I did this in my off-stream base, I just alt-queued them in because I just wanted to play with them in my debuggy world. But I also had liquid radiant piping running through the room, and that was cooling my hydrogen. So I really don't know if we're going to have enough power off this, but we will see. We will have to just see. Let's get a bit of diamond here. And then we'll replace these wall tiles, probably with plastic again. I like the idea of using a bit of plastic. I rarely use it all that much. Or maybe some metal, actually. We've got plenty of gold. We'll do a bit of this. I'm probably gonna have to go back into these rooms at some point. Maybe put a few temp shift plates in here as well. But for now, it is what it is. Do they lay eggs? No, they don't. No eggs. Gantry at the bio bay. Is that what we need to collect them? We need a gantry instead of a few ladders? I mean, I genuinely don't know, so if that's what the solution is, tell me, Stone. A happy moo is a good moo, yes. Maybe they're attracted by slime or the other stuff you can select in the lore. It doesn't make sense that they would. I'm going to just focus on this first, guys. We'll get this built. We'll get a bit of chlorine up here. See if we can make a bit of liquid. We don't need much. These use 500 grams of liquid chlorine a day. It's not a massive amount. But they do take a little while to grow. I was debating putting a farming station up here, but just to get them up and running, I don't know. We'll see. I can shuffle the room around, but for now we do have a few gassy moves. We have fat cows. Nerd Rage, how are you, buddy? Yeah, we do have some fat cows. We're just working on getting them up and running now. That is the dream. So, what I'll probably do whilst we're just doing this stuff, I'm just going to go priority 3. What fatty gas do they give off? Can they be milked? They give off natural gas, Dunk. So they eat grass and they give off natural gas. Sounds like a war zone here, freaking fireworks. Yeah, same here, buddy. I was watching them before I started streaming. I've got, like, at the back of the flat, I've got a river outside the back that opens up to, so I can see all the fireworks of the nearby town. And at the front here, it's all housing estates, so I can see all the housing estate fireworks going off, so it's pretty cool. Perkins, how are you, buddy? And Nailu, how are you, buddy? Natural grass. Natural grass? Natural grass. I see what you did there, sorry. Sounds like a normal cow. Exactly like a normal cow. I mean, cows give off methane like no tomorrow, don't they? I'm probably going to replace a few of these temp shift plates here as well. So we'll make these like a band of... yeah, we'll make these like a band of granite temp shift plates or something. To get them done as well. Okay, cool. how much meat you get off them. I think it's like 8 tons or something. You do get quite a lot of meat. It's today a holiday. It's bonfire night over here, nerd. It's November 5th. Remember the 5th of November. Sky Folks and all that. You're on the side of a mountain so you can see all down the valley. Nice. I'm fine. Take some vacation. I'm back again. Looks like I missed so much in this base. What's that flying cow? The flying cow. He's Alfred and he's Alfreda. They're both called Alfred. Oh, he's Alfreda and he's Alfred B. That's what it is. Does slime on the shipping rail emit polluted oxygen? Yes.